And joining us on the broadcast this evening, starting with Dr. Subramanian Swamy. Dr. Subramanian Swamy, thank you for joining us. We have some very, very uncomfortable details coming in. Dr. Swamy, it appears, and these are sources telling us that Motilal Vora, now both we were told Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi blamed Motilal Vora as the person who took all the decisions. But it appears now, Dr. Swamy, that there is not a single document where Motilal Vora has signed. And none of this was furnished before the Enforcement Directorate. No minutes of the meeting to prove that Vora was at fault. No evidence of the late Motilal Vora taking financial calls provided. I mean, the majority stakeholders blamed a minority stakeholder, but it appears that there are no documents to support this. The implications of that, Dr. Swamy.
Well, first, as a complainant and also a person who argued the matter himself, I have voluminous documents, and I would like to inform your audience that when I got a summons issued in the name of Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Motilal Vora, Oscar Fernandez, Sam Pitroda, and Suman Dubey, they went to the High Court against that order, and the High Court turned them down. And then they went to the Supreme Court, all five of them, or all six of them, that is including Pitroda as well as Suman Dubey, who held no shares at all. The shares were at that time 38, the mother and son, and 12, that is Motilal Vora and Oscar Fernandez. But when the matter came for filing in the petition which I am holding in my hand was filed by Miss Sonia Gandhi, and it says in the front page that it's a matter of Srimati Sonia Gandhi versus Dr. Subramanian Swamy. And it was in 2016. And what does she say? In this voluminous place, she admits everywhere that this is what happened. She says, for example, the deed of assignment. Now that's a criminal situation, a criminal, allegation of a criminal misdemeanor. And it's been raised by the ED2 because the financing of the purchase of that assignment, what assignment? They claim they gave 90 crores to AJL. AJL couldn't pay it back, so it closed down. And then everything became dud. So therefore, they were pleased to sell the rights of having issued 90 crores to a young Indian, and she is defending it with full knowledge, because you can't file a Supreme Court case saying I know the facts and what I will say, and they're all true to my knowledge. And she says 18th December 2010, an initial deed of assignment, that is the 90 crores being assigned for 50 lakhs. And on 28th December 2010, a final deed of assignment was signed by the AICC and YI, under which the interest-free loan given to AJL from time to time, amounting to 90.21 crores, was assigned to YI in endorsement and support of the objects of the YI by the AICC for a monetary consideration of 50 lakhs. It goes on and on, where she, under her signature, sworn signature, that I know all these facts to be true. We have evidence here, the evidence is galore. And if the ED decides to prosecute her for perjury, they can use some other false evidence. It won't be called perjury, it will be called false evidence. Then I will supply them the evidence. I am shocked to hear a board of directors, all the directors except one director, Motilal Vora,
Yes.
took all the decisions. How is that possible? So therefore, there's one fraud over one fraud. When you have try to cover up a fraud, you are bound to make other frauds.
Yeah.
So that's the situation. It's a pathetic situation to see the president of the Congress party lying like this.
So, brings me to my second question, and I'll leave it at that. Now, you know, there is a political fight, of course, there's bound to be. They're extremely nervous. And the fact that Mallikarjun Kharge was questioned, you touched upon it, the young Indian question. Now, the information that we have, Dr. Swamy, is that as far as young Indian is concerned, and it's surprising. We were told that Kharge is the only single employee of Young Indian. He is the CEO of Young Indian. He was summoned because no other employee exists at Young Indian. And we were told that he had to appear during the parliament session as no other employee was there of Young Indian. So what is this big deal about being summoned or being questioned and all this price rise, etc., this black protest that you're seeing? Do you think it will stick? So far it hasn't.
How can it, this is compared to the population of India, it's a very small number. They come to, small streets or narrow streets, and it looks, as if it's a big turnout. But it's not so. The question basically is this, that why do you want a demonstration? You may cover it up later on because you have now started saying, no, we have other issues also. But then why this issue? And I think Salman Khurshid actually said this is the main issue.
Yes, he did.
I heard him say it over your television. So therefore, we all know that it's not for the poor people of India suffering from inflation. We all know that there's inflation.
Yeah.
But it's basically to see somehow to overawe people, to say that we can create an upheaval in the country and we can even topple the government if necessary.
Yeah. Dr. Swamy, thank you for joining us and putting the story in perspective for our viewers. The facts are staggering, how 5 lakh rupees turned into over 1,000 crore of assets. Let me introduce now Aparajita Sarangi, National Spokesperson